Hey, what's up, YouTube world? It is your girl here, the Venusian Bull, and I am back with another video in the Planets in the Houses series. And in this Planets in the Houses series, we are discussing the seventh house. So, I thought that I would actually show my face again, because the seventh house is akin to Libra, and it's all about beauty and aesthetics and all of that type of stuff, so you can get the visuals. All right. So in this video, we are going to be discussing Mercury in the seventh house, okay? And I know a little bit about this energy because I got Mercury in the seventh house, all right? So I will be able to connect with this very, very deeply, all right? So remember, the seventh house has to deal with partnerships of all kinds, marriages, business partnerships, close personal friendships, like your best friends and things like that. And it also has to deal with, open enemies, as well as any like contracts, so that being marriage contracts, business contracts, and things of that nature. All right. And just keep in mind again that the seventh house is opposite the first house. So while the first house has to deal with your physical appearance and how others see you, your representative, your first impression that you give off, the seventh house has to deal with what you attract. You know what I'm saying? So with Mercury in the seventh house, this is similar to having Mercury in Libra or having Gemini or Virgo on the seventh house cusp. Remember, the sign that you have on the cusp of the seventh house is just as important as the planets in the seventh house, because if you don't have any planets in the seventh house, you're going to want to look at the sign that's on the cusp to allow you to understand what you're attracting, why you keep attracting the same kinds of people and things like that, and what you may need to do to modify. Maybe you're attracting these people who are too low vibrational, but just know that you're still going to continue to attract these same types of people. You just may need to attract more of the high vibrational type of people. So getting into Mercury in the seventh house, okay, you are going to attract people who are very smart, and this is also the types of people that you like. Smart people who like to talk, who like to communicate. This is all about that like kind of sapiosexual kind of energy and things like that. Having Mercury in the seventh house makes the seventh house energy a little bit less shallow, because you actually care about what a person thinks, their intellect and things like that, versus just their appearance. Because seventh house energy, because it's akin to Libra, can be a little bit shallow, can be a little bit vain. You may only care about somebody's looks and things like that. But having Mercury there, you got to be able to have good conversation. If you can't have good conversation, if you think that person is dumb, like, that shit's not gonna work. Okay, they can't be boring. They need to be like quick on their feet, witty, you know what I'm saying, funny, somebody that you can have, like good banter with and things of that nature. Definitely somebody that is capable of handling an intelligent conversation, somebody who knows how to talk, somebody who likes to talk. This is the type of energy where you're staying on the phone for hours with this person. Like, just so you know, this is the marriage house, so the long-term partnerships, long-term significant other houses. So if you don't have somebody who you are like intellectually compatible with, and you can't hold a conversation, like, you're not attracting the right person. This is not the person for you, because Mercury in the seventh house, you need to be around smart people. Like, you need to be around friends who are smart, close personal, friendships and things like that. And you kind of need to be able to talk about anything. You also need a partner where you can learn from, obtain, information. You know what I'm saying? It's always important to have that kind of give and take. And that's very Libra anyway, because it's all about, reciprocal energy. But with Mercury there, it's like reciprocal when it comes to information. So you teach me something, I teach you something, that kind of thing. You want to learn. So Mercury in the seventh house, this person, they could be a teacher, they could be in like media of some sort, mass communications, journalism. In this day and age, because 2020 about to go into 2021, they could be big on social media, have a social media presence, or something like that, be a content creator and things of that nature. Or they could be a writer, novelist, author, that type of thing. So that's kind of maybe careers that that you may attract with Mercury in the seventh house. But be careful, because that Mercury in the seventh house is tricky, because you may just attract people who talk too much, who gossip too much, especially when we're talking about friendships and things like that. And Mercury in the seventh house, they love to divulge information. So, that's not necessarily the person you may want to tell your secrets to and things like that, because Mercury in the seventh house likes to yap, 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 yap. If you have Mercury in the seventh house, you like to yap, and you are attracting that energy of Mercury, of those type of Mercurial type of people. And I feel like I neglected to mention that with the sun in the seventh house, you attract those bold, confident people. And those bold, confident people, they bring that confidence out in you. Because remember, the seventh house, being that it's akin to Libra, is all about relationships. So the people that you have relationships with and partnerships with and close personal friendships with, those are the people that you learn from, you grow. Those relationships make you who you are. So you having a sun in the seventh house, that can make you be more confident, even if you're not. If you have the moon in the seventh house, that can make you more in touch with your emotions if you meet somebody like that. So you have that relationship, it's over, but you've gained something from that relationship. And the same thing with Mercury in the seventh house. I may not repeat this in all of the videos, but I just wanted to get it out there. Your relationships are influencing you, hopefully in a positive way, and allowing you to grow. Because remember, seventh housers and Libra people, they need people in order to kind of find themselves. Basically, they need relationships in order to kind of figure out who they are and to relate to people. They always need to relate to people. Any planet in the seventh house, it doesn't matter what it is, even if it's Saturn, it's all about relating to people and relating to others. And that kind of makes you who you are and shapes you. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why seventh house people really can't be recluse. I'm as introverted as they come, but I still need to have some type of interaction with people, especially one-on-one. I do best with one-on-one. And that's has a lot to do with my Mercury being in the seventh house. See me divulging information to people. You know what I'm saying? I need to get that back. I need to get that reassurance back. So that's very Mercury in the seventh house too. And I've neglected to mention this a little bit in some of the other videos, but I'll mention it in this because Mercury literally has to deal with contracts and things like that. So you are probably very, if you have Mercury in the seventh house, very, I don't want to say wary about signing contracts, but you're about kind of looking over them thoroughly. You're about the details and things like that. All contracts, they're very important to you, so you take them very seriously. And when it comes to open enemies, those open enemies may be the ones, like I mentioned earlier, that may talk too much. They may be gossipers. They may talk about you. You know what I'm saying? So kind of beware of that energy when it comes to any type of enemies and things like that. Everybody is not your friend. When you have seventh house energy, just because you want to relate to people, that doesn't mean that everybody's going to be on your side. That doesn't mean everybody likes you. I know that's difficult for Libra and seventh house people to understand, but everybody is not going to like you, even though you want everybody to like you. It's just not going to happen that way. All right. So let me think, is there anything else I want to mention about Mercury in the seventh house? Yeah, I think I covered everything. This is, the intellectual person, and the person that you can have intellectual conversations with, the sapiosexual, that's what you are. That's what you attract. And that is what is going to keep you in the relationship. If you don't have that intellectual stimulation, that mental stimulation, you'll get bored and be moving on to the next thing. Because, Mercury is quick, fast. Quick, fast, quick, fast, quick, fast, always in a hurry, always ready to go. So unless you got Mercury retrograde in the seventh house, which I actually do, but even if it's transiting the seventh house, you may slow down a little bit, but at the end of the day, like, you need somebody who's on your level, who's quick, fast, witty, humorous, that can get your banter, that can get your sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? You need to be able to, laugh and joke with this person and things like that. So that's kind of the gist of Mercury in the seventh house. Please let me know if you have this placement, if this resonated with you. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.